Yeah. Alright, I guess there are now a couple more viewers, so hi everyone, all two of you. Yep, I'll be streaming soon. If you want to play against me, drop me a private message or a comment. Otherwise, I'll proceed after about 5 minutes. In the meantime, as you might be able to tell by the title, I'm going to experiment with Crim NBN, which is a very strong combo back in 2014, and yeah, dominated worlds basically. Both the NBN and Crim decks were solid tier 1 decks. Nowadays, not so much, but I'm still going to try to get something out of it. Now, this is the Laramie Fist deck that I'm going to try today. I've been trying to make many different iterations of Laramie Fist decks, and every time I just come up short. I am somewhat disappointed when Laramie Fist was eventually spoiled in the Universe of Tomorrow at Gen Con, because Laramie Fist as an ID received way less help in that same data pack than I thought it would. If you look at most of the other IDs, they have some sort of help offered to them in the same pack. For example, okay, not Biotech. Biotech is a rather generic ID. Hayley Kaplan, she got London Library, which is actually pretty good synergy. You host one program on London Library, and then you get to install another one from hand. Comet is in terms of flavor, Comet is Hayley's console, although obviously it doesn't work very well with her ID. Then Chrome City, we have Cybernetics Division, which obviously we got a bit of brain damage synergy in there with Rion Knight, self-destruct chips, and later on in the underway we also got the current defective brain chips. Then we have Guys in this data pack, which obviously synergizes with all the Trashables and Forger. So most of the IDs released in the Sansan cycle have support cards that play better when paired with the corresponding ID. But you can't say the same for the Universe of Tomorrow. For both Chronos Protocol and Laramie Fist, there is very little support. Yes, there is Fist Investment Seminar, and it's obviously meant to be played as a 3-off in Laramie Fist, but outside of that, there's very little support, and it's very hard to make a deck work when your ID is such a double-edged sword. It helps both the runner and the corp. So it's very difficult to, for something so marginal that can be a double-edged sword, is without the appropriate support, it's very hard to build a good deck, and I don't think Laramie Fist decks will be too good. Which is a pretty big pity, because it has been in the pipeline for so long after winning the plugged-in tour, but yeah, it's a different style of criminal that doesn't have the support yet, I would say. Same thing with Chronos Protocol. There's absolutely no support at all. I was hoping there would be something like an asset that allows you to deal net damage on demand on the runner's turn. So maybe, yeah, a control style deck would be very nice for Chronos Protocol, but as it stands, you only have Neuro EMP, and again, my biggest gripe with this is that it requires too many moving pieces to really be effective, and that is not something you can afford nowadays, where you need to have so many tech slots against the diversity of runners you're facing nowadays. So it's a bit unfortunate that both of these IDs that were selected by democracy, essentially, are not doing very well. I don't think either of them will be too competitive, and building around them is pretty hard, to be frank. Alright, enough talk, let's get down to a game. Let's make one. Again, the background music here is courtesy of Landry. I have his link in the video description, do check it out. Awesome stuff. I assume the audio balance and the quality of the stream is okay. If it's not, I would appreciate some comments in the comment section. Otherwise, let's see who stumbles upon our room. So yeah, I'll be looking to play Fisk alongside an NBN deck. Well, the NBN deck is no secret. If you have watched my previous video, you know what it is. It's the Spark deck. I've made a couple of changes to it. So the deck list that I actually posted in the previous video is updated. It now contains Ichi and no biotic labels. I don't think there's a need for biotic label in the deck when you have Sensen City Grid Infection. Sensen is more or less superior because even though it costs 2 more credits to get going, the fact that you have to force the runner to trash it for 5 credits is huge in a deck which controls the runner's credits very well. So yes, Sensen is worth playing, probably worth a 2 off actually, but deck slots are very tight, very tight. I don't think this is enough money, but we'll see. I mean, now that I have an Ichi, that's a lot more money that I need to pay to rest my eyes, and that could be a problem. Alright, thanks for the feedback. Good to know. Let me see, how does this look like from here? Interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. Apparently, the chat window actually continues from the last time I streamed, so everything above my comments are actually all from the previous time I streamed. Very interesting. I wonder if you can actually erase it. Oh, whatever. Right now, just waiting for a game. Alright, here we go. Let's get things going. Alright, looks like I'm copying first, so I'll be playing the Spark deck. Yeah, the Spark deck hasn't actually gone through some of the Fury Grails of runner decks. I don't actually know how well it does against decks with very good money, nor do I know how well it does against False Noise. Those are the 2 major worries that I have. Ooh, Valencia, that's a pain. Oh man, that's terrible. Do I keep this hand? 15 minutes is a nice agenda to keep. Astro Bar is really nice to have. Oh, this is tough, man. This is tough. I don't actually know whether this is a good... Oh man, I kind of have to keep this, I think. But okay, I'll just keep it. It pains me because I really want some sort of eyes on R&D. That's not gonna happen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install pop-up window on the remote to protect the Astro Bar, because a naked Astro Bar is definitely asking for him to run and steal. Oh, great interns. Alright, so I'm gonna pretend this is an Astro script. Like, this obviously looks like an Astro script trying to rush, but it's not, it's an Astro Bar. I'm not gonna rest Astro Bar here, this could be a mistake. He goes for the Peddler. He's probably gonna run this in time. I don't think he has Blackmail. He could have Blackmail. He's probably trying to dig for Blackmail right now, and that's fine. Oh great, it's a Desperado Vel. Ooh, this is nasty. What does he see? What does he see? He sees something that is trashable because he's obviously taking time to think about it. But he only has 2 credits, I don't think he can trash anything. What could that be? Alright, I'm going to steal his credits with Astro Bar. The all-seeing eye. Awesome. Okay, let's find an ice that's not an ice. I'll install Daily Business Show and I'll take a credit. So I'll assume the credit lead here. And yes, the Astro Bar did take 1 credit away from him. But this is not good. I'm giving him free Desperado runs, so yeah, Desperado is generally a very good thing to have against Spark, which is really annoying. Oh great, he's gonna run my hand. I hope he steals 15 minutes. Nope. He sees... what's that? I forgot what that is. It's not an ice. It's... oh, the other Astro Bar. Right, okay. Oh, that's a pity. He's probably gonna run my remote. No, he's running my hand. Very interesting. He's correct. The agendas are in my hand. And he sees my interns very well. Here I'm gonna rest the DBS. Yeah, I'm hoping to bury an agenda with DBS right here. I see another DBS which he doesn't trash, and the Ash. I'll keep the Ash. Oh, Turnpike, finally some sort of R&D protection. And I'll go for the Ash on the remote as well. Yeah, at least I'm kind of suppressing his credits, but I need to ice up HQ ASAP because it's very easy for him to say I want to run HQ. It's free, it's open, and he has a Desperado out. He steals my 15 minutes. Again, I don't really care. The biggest problem with 15 minutes is that now my hand is now 3 hand size, so it's even easier for him to find my bill. And obviously I don't want that. Sure. Turnpike. He definitely cannot outtrace me. The question is, does he have a Mimic? Well, even if he has a Mimic, yes, he can get through. 2 to install the Mimic and 1 to break. So he can get through if he wants. Nope, Faust. Sure. Alright, that works. Yep, he did have a Mimic after all. And he breaks it, and he gets through. So yeah, I basically drained all his credits and prevented him from installing a Faust when he actually wanted to install the Faust over the Mimic, so that's good. Basically forcing out his Mimic is very good right now. My only problem is... actually, this is a very good time to try to score an agenda. Isn't it? He's on 1 credit. This is a perfect time to score an agenda. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Except that he's probably gonna steal my bill right now, so I'll be sad. Nope, he doesn't steal my bill. Okay. That works pretty well in my favor. Yeah, I'm very lucky that he hasn't stolen the bill yet, given that he has run my HQ at least 4 or 5 times. He discards an Artman, so you can be sure that he's running clone chip to get it back. Oh, look at that. I have to use a Doge pilot program. Yeah, no question there. A Doge pilot program is definitely going in. And do I draw here? I'll try. And I'll put the breaking news there as well. He's probably gonna steal one of them. I mean, with Desperado you want to run the remotes, but whatever. At this point, yeah, the agenda, so-called agenda flood is not working in my favor. 3 agendas with a leaky HQ. This is not gonna work. I'm not too worried about taking the 15 minutes back yet. Yeah, he can run through again and steal the Astro if he wants, that's the problem.
Login rejected.
It was pretty tempting to take the toll booth. Oh, he goes for my HQ again. Why is he hammering my HQ? Oh man, this is ridiculous. I mean, he's like seeing the same 2 cards again and again and again. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better than clicking for credits, but... ooh, playing All Seeing... he can remove the bad pup. Okay, I'm definitely keeping the toll booth here. The question is, do I score the breaking news or the Astro script? It is very tempting to score the Astro script instead of the breaking news. I'll score the Astro script. I mean, you really can't go wrong with scoring an Astro script. You really can't. It's very tempting to go for the All-Seeing Eye instead. Like, I won't guarantee the resource trash, but... oh man. I don't know. Okay, so he's starting to gain credits, which is pretty bad. And yeah, now he can play his show gamble, so now that's a huge problem. Launch campaign and wrap around. I would like to keep the launch campaign because I'm a bit low on credits right now. Okay, I'll install the launch campaign, I'll gain 1 credit, and I will take my 15 minutes back. This is a good time to take it back. The breaking news is still there. It's not a very good time to score it yet. I'm hoping to find my closed accounts so I can close his accounts. That would really put a hurt on him. Or if he installs more resources like Wild Side Chronotype, then the All-Seeing Eye will come into play. And if I remove his bad pup, it works very well for me as well. If I remove his bad pup, it disables blackmail, which is always good. And that's another reason why I went for the early Astro script, because I can't reliably score agendas from remotes anymore. I mean, against Valencia. Oh, I keep forgetting the ashtrays. I'm not gonna pre-res the launch campaign because at this point he's richer than me. So he's gonna trash the Ash and he's probably gonna rerun the server, that's fine. In any case, I'm just gonna... whoa! Okay, now, yeah, okay. The fun begins. Now I'm gonna play the All-Seeing Eye, and he's basically forced to remove the bad pup at this point. I don't need global food. Advance. Advance. All-Seeing Eye. Oh wow! He kept the bad pup. Wow! I did not expect that. I would... oh, okay. I see why. Sure. I'll lose one credit. But he still gets the bad pup. So basically now it costs him 2 to run the server, and he can pay with 1 bad pup and 1 desperado. So that's awful. Yeah, I kind of forgot to res the Astro Bar last turn. That is a huge problem now. Okay, Astro Bar for me. Pop-up window and wrap round. Wrap round is perfect right now. I actually prefer pop-up, to be honest. Ooh, this is a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna trash the pop-up. I'm gonna use the wrap round instead because I need a hard end to run on R&D against medium right now. Pop-up is generally better because once he finds Corroder or David, it's free to run R&D. Whereas pop-up taxes him for 2 and taxes him for 1 more thanks to Spark's ID. So it's generally wrong to bury pop-up window over wraparound, but in this case I'm just too afraid. Okay, so he trashes my Astro Bar, and this leaves him very poor. I can easily abuse that once I get enough money, and I can always just use interns to get my asset back, which I definitely intend to do. Either that or I get Retrieve Ash. I'm keeping special offer here. Let's see. Okay. Install special offer. I don't really want him to get the build though. So I'm just gonna interns the Ash. I'd rather interns the launch campaign, but whatever. I need to start scoring out agendas quickly because once he gets Faust up, he can chew through my ice. And that's a benefit of having wraparound. Faust, it's not vulnerable to Faust. And once he gets his money going, yeah. Wraparound will be the only thing that really stops him, along with Toll Booth. Nope, not today.
Login rejected.
Yeah, I need to be very concerned about the medium tokens. Once he finds his David or Corroder and hammers R&D for the next 3 clicks, I need to immediately purge. So that's always something to keep note of. Right now it's not really worth purging. Purging 2 counters is not worth it, especially since he's on 0 points. I don't have to really worry about him stealing 2 agendas, even 3 agendas. Anyway, I've buried quite a few agendas, like NAPD, Global Food. Yeah, I've buried one of each. Alright, so now, wait, let me check his archives. Anything of note? Nope, just a Mimic and an Artman and a Parasite. The Parasite will probably destroy my pop-up. That's the way it is. Breaking news versus Bill. I do not need the breaking news, so I'm gonna install the Bill right now. Bill, credit, credit. He can run through this server. He can steal the Bill. I'll let him do that, but that will cost him a lot of tempo. Notice that he wants to draw so badly. Why? His wild side is gone. Again, I maintain, trashing the wild side was a huge mistake. I really think he should have removed the bad pub. I don't know his deck very well, but you cannot afford to lose the wild side. You really can't. And look, he's just clicking for credits now because I trash his daily cards. Yeah, you can't have that. I'm gonna score the Bill. I'm on 5 points with an Astro token, so basically I'm about to win. Unless he finds a clot. Okay, he's going for R&D, that's as expected. Again, this is where pop-up window does better. Although, to be fair, if it were pop-up window, his clone trick would have Parasite got the Parasite anyway. So this is a problem because he's going to lock my R&D and prevent me from seeing my winning agendas. Thankfully, there were no agendas on top of R&D. They are all buried or in my score area. Yep, he's running my hand now, which is a very good idea for obvious reasons. And this is where I need to get my Toll Booth on R&D ASAP. Alright, yep, he's doing the right thing here. He sees the pet campaign, which is a huge problem because I actually want to slot the pet campaign there. close accounts is useful, wraparound is not useful, so I'm keeping close accounts. I should purge here, but the problem is I can purge, he will still run R&D a lot. So I'll have to let him get R&D. I have no choice. But what I can do is to bait a remote run and gain 2 credits. Right now I'm trying to get to 8 credits as quickly as possible so I can activate Tollwolf to guard R&D. And here I think he makes a mistake. He should parasite the wraparound, because he needs to be able to make R&D runs without losing money. His biggest issue now is not having money. Having no resources is a huge problem. So he's going for my R&D now. It'll cost him net 1 credit each time he gets through, which is kind of fine for him. Yeah, net 1 is a very good price. I'm going to purge next turn. The problem is he sees 3 points of agendas right here, and this is a huge problem. He can run again, and he might just win right here. Yeah, daily business show is working against me pretty badly. Man. Yep, this could end up really bad, but we'll see. I have faith that R&D will hold. Product placement! Oh, that's good, that's good. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. I love product placement. He finds a bill. Okay. Interesting. So, he sees a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. He did not trash the product placement, so he basically... Yeah, okay. Then in that case, I'll rest the pet. I'll see Archer and Jackson Howard. I'll keep the Archer to scare him off, and I'll purge virus counters. That should buy me some time. So he can rerun to charge up his medium, but by next turn, I should have enough money to install the Tollwolf on R&D to put a stop to this nonsense. And from there, it's just a matter of top decking 3-2 to win the game. Yep. That's pretty reasonable. So he runs my hand, does nothing in there, nothing at all. Daily business show is irrelevant at this point. Actually, it could be relevant if he decides to trash my other DBS. He can run all he wants. Alright, at this point, I'm probably going to get rid of the Rappy. Product placement and wraparound. Okay. Wraparound on HQ. I mean, that I don't need a wraparound anymore. Yep. And I will get rid of 15 minutes. He has seen the Archer from my hand, so he should be afraid of running R&D unless he sees the Archer from my hand by running my hand. Alright, so here he takes money, and that's a very good idea for him. In the meantime, as long as I top deck a 3-2, I should win the game. The problem is, can I top deck the 3-2 that I need? That is the question. Alright, so now he has 8 credits. Now he has money, and I'm a bit worried. You have to be wary that he can bring out Upman 5 at any time. Ash DBS, it's Ash. And the Ash goes on R&D. So to further tax his money, basically. The problem, Ash on R&D is actually not very good against medium. Blackmail, fine. You're forced to lose 1 credit. So yeah, he still has to be worried about Archer. He doesn't know that Archer's still in my hand. I don't want the Archer on R&D because it brings me down to 4 points, which is not easy to win with. So now he's thinking of whether he wants to beat the ashtrays or not. I think he shouldn't beat the ashtrays, he should just take the medium counter and jack out. And trash the ash, of course. That would be my play. I think that makes the most... What? Okay, fine. He can trash the ash if he wants to with the Desperado money. I don't think this is a good idea. He won't break R&D lock because of DBS, so I really don't see the point of doing this. But I guess he's really desperate for accesses at this point. Can't really blame him, but... well, that's the way it is. And the problem is now I don't have enough to rest whole booth. He might want to make a risky run at R&D and it will pay off if he realizes it's not an Archer. We'll see what happens. But if he runs HQ first, I'll get enough money thanks to product placement. So this is very nice. Product placement is actually a protection in a sense. If you cannot afford to trash the product placement, you cannot run that server. He only has 4 credits now. He can't afford to run HQ if he knows that there's product placement here. And he knows. It's like, I can run it, but I'm giving him 2 credits and I need to trash the product placement, otherwise I'm just giving him more money. Here he plays Deja Vu, a very questionable decision. I'm not sure what he's looking for here. There are no suckers in his archives last time I checked. I have no idea what he's searching for right here. Yeah, I don't see anything of worth for him to fetch other than Faust. Yeah, I really don't. Alright, he's blackmailing my R&D. That's a pretty smart choice. Yeah, okay, now that I see his plan, I think this is a very good decision by him. Because it allows him to lock up my R&D pretty much. Because he'll see the top 2 cards. So that's a very good... that was a very good play by him. Turns out neither were agendas, so it didn't matter. And it basically ate out all his blackmails, so that's nice. Pet campaign special offer. I'm keeping the pet campaign. Yeah. Yep, that's a pretty obvious choice. I need to click credit so I can actually rest the toll booth. He still thinks it's an Archer. Oh, now he doesn't think it's an Archer. Well, say hello to my toll booth. It's not an Archer, it's a toll booth. He can't do anything about it right now. He should be running data suckers in his deck. It's a bit unlucky that he hasn't seen any yet, considering he's dealt through half his deck already. Because suckers would really help right now to destroy my ice.
Login rejected.
Sunlight is actually doing decent work. For 2 res ice, it's doing pretty well. Okay, Jackson, definitely Jackson. I'm going to start digging for agendas. Might as well play Sweet Sweet now. And oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not rezzing the pet now. I could if I wanted to. Let's see what solutions he has for Tobu. Basically, the only good solution is David right now. Oh, sure. Of course, you have to rest the product placement first to force him to lose 1 credit, and after that, he can do whatever he wants. So he thinks there's an agenda in my hand. Guess what? There isn't. Alright, so he forces me to gain credits, which is always nice. You notice how I'm controlling his credit is very powerful. Yeah, the credit control is real. He's so poor. Between the all-seeing eye and all the advertisements. He is really strapped for cash, which is usually not the case considering you have one bad pub, but yeah, he's just struggling really hard right now. I still think it's all down to the mistake of trashing wild side. You cannot trash wild side. I'm not gonna rest a pet here. Oh, are you kidding me? This is an old version of the deck with Baltic Label. Well, that's not good. Yep, I'm gonna rest the pet campaign here to force him to lose one more credit. And he finally finds his wild side, but he only has 3 clicks this turn, so that's horrible for him. And this means that he's definitely not running my R&D this turn. Next turn, I'm going to rest the DBS, so I'm going to see 3 cards, and by now I really should be finding an agenda. You see how painful it is when you're playing a wild side chronotype deck without wild side. Trashing it is a... I keep hopping back to that, but if he had kept the wild side, the game would be so much different. Okay, so now he's making a very smart play. He finally finds his data sucker. He's going to parasite down my toe booth, which means I basically have to win next turn. There's no question about that. If I do not win next turn, my only recourse is purge for his counters, because I cannot afford to let him see all the cards of RNG. Wait, let me double check for Clot. If he has Clot, I might be in trouble. No Clot? Okay, let's go. Are you kidding me? Oh dear, this sucks. I do not want to score 15 minutes at this point. Jeez, this is the worst. I don't want to see 15 minutes now. I guess I'll keep the sweet sweep and I'll purge virus counters. I don't need sweet sweep, I guess. Yeah, I'm making enough money from pets. I shouldn't have to worry about that. So basically at this point, I'm going to just purge virus counters every turn until I find the correct agenda. Because he cannot do anything to me if he doesn't find enough sucker counters. Things will change if he finds his second data sucker. Then things will change. But until that happens, I can just purge every turn. There it is. Game. Yeah, he did put up a very good fight, I must say. When the medium and corroder just came down the table, I was like, oh great. And yeah, Turnpike was so good. I think Turnpike was the main reason he didn't want to lose the bad pub, and I think he could justify it. I wouldn't say it's wrong. I think it's worse, but he definitely has a valid point because Turnpike taxes so much, it's ridiculous. And yeah, I mean, it applies to basically any corp or runner deck. If you have no cards, you have no econ, you're gonna have a hard life. Okay, more so for the runner. The corp side doesn't really care about having no cards. The runner side, no econ, no cards is not acceptable in today's standards. Alright, let's see some comments. Um, the music is by Landry. I've put his Twitch channel in the video description. Do check it out. His music is absolutely amazing. Yeah, and that's the wonderful thing. I mean, you don't have to go full on tag ice. Turnpike is really the only tag ice I have in my deck, and I think this is a very good balance. You don't want to run 3 Data Ravens, 3 Gutenbergs and have someone just say, oh screw it, I'm just gonna go tag me, and you realize you can't do so much damage. Just have 1 or 2 tag ice in your deck, and the appropriate tag punishment, and it works really really well. I mean, yeah, Turnpike collecting 2 credits a run, that's amazing. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how this worked out. 15 minutes was crazy. Yeah, it is a very strong 2-1 agenda. Man, he stole 3 agendas and he was still not on match point. That's how amazing 15 minutes and global food are in tandem. Again, I repeat, if you didn't catch that, he stole 3 agendas off a medium run and still wasn't on match point. That's how comfortable I was with the game state. He can steal all the agendas he wants, he's still nowhere near to winning. That's crazy. That really is crazy. Okay. Not too many people watching, unfortunately. I guess I'll wait for the second game. Yep. The next game will come about 10 minutes later. Alright, I'll mute the music for now. Stay tuned. I'll have the second game up shortly, in about 10 minutes. Okay. Alright, I'll mute the music for now. Stay tuned. I'll have the second game up shortly, in about 10 minutes. Okay. Alright, I'll mute the music for now. Alright. In the meantime, while waiting for our next game, let's see what I could have done better with my deck. Product placement is really, really nice. Oh man, I love it when it fires off. It could have came earlier. If Valencia accessed it earlier, I would actually have enough money to fund my toll booth on R&D, and that was always a huge problem. I was spending a lot of money advancing my ice. Like I got the Astro, the Build, and the breaking news out. That cost me quite a bit of time and money. I actually didn't have a lot of money the entire game. The game started out with 3 launch campaigns in quick succession, one of which was trashed, but they don't really provide that much money. It's a pretty marginal card. I didn't really like it when it was first spoiled. Now I can see the merit of it because it's a very cheap to res advertisement. Uh, that's the reason you don't want to splash Eve and Adonis in Spark. Eve and Adonis give you a lot better returns. Adonis gives 8 credits, Eve gives 11. But the fact that it costs so much to res means that you cannot use it to click deny the opponent. So you almost certainly don't want to preemptively res Eve and Adonis. And it's too difficult to protect those assets with the Ice Suite that I'm running. Launch Campaign, however, is a lightweight econ card that reaps more net credits than Sweet Sweet or Hedge Fund, and still serves the purpose of being an advertisement, which is really, really nice. But it's not good for the long game. It was very good at fueling my first 5 agenda points, but when it came to the late game and protecting my servers, I needed the pet campaigns to keep me going, and yeah, that's another problem. If you don't deny me my pet campaigns, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. The fact that I was able to get a pet campaign into a well-protected remote, the special offer into pop-up window into Ash, to deter him so much, that was a huge benefit on my part. Because I could afford to do that because I was on 5 points with an Astro token, and this is the power of NBN. Once you're on match point with an Astro token, you can actually dedicate your scoring remote to money. And once you get the money going, it means that you can ice up your R&D with double Tobos, double Archers, Ichis, and all the nasty eyes. They can't get through, and eventually you can just top deck your winning agenda, assuming they're not running clocked, and that's always good. So yeah, that was my game plan the entire time, and it worked very well in my favor. Even though this deck runs Ash and a lot of long-term economy, you still want to brush out your agendas. And that's exactly what I did, and it paid off. Granted, I got very, 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 very lucky that he didn't steal the Build. He must have made at least 6 HQ runs on and completely missed it every single time, and that really hurt him. Alright. The game should be up soon. Okay. This one. Oh my gosh, this is just amazing. You would think that this is not very good against Valencia because she starts with a bad pup, but look at this game, how it turned out. The fact that you can completely blank out 3 of her cards, 3 blackmails, I think that's pretty huge. Okay. Great, it's been a long, long time since I actually got to have one game against someone who watches my stream. Usually, yeah, I end up looking for random people, and sometimes it doesn't work out. The last game was good. I actually got a very good opponent, and we got a pretty good game. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, Seeing Eye, man, it's so good. Yeah, All Seeing Eye. I mean, it now that the focus on resource-based money and cards is so strong between Wildside and Earthrise Hotel, between Daily Cast, KD Jones, Professional Context, Symmetrical Visage, etc. All Seeing Eye just does so much work. Tags are back in fashion and they're really ripping it. This is what Freelancer should have been, really. This is too good. And it's only one influence, in any case. Alright. Alright, so as I mentioned earlier on, if you weren't here just now, more people. If you weren't here just now, I'm gonna play a Fisk deck. This is this is going to be interesting to say the least. I haven't actually tried it yet, so I don't actually know how good it is. But it's actually based on a deck that I had some success with in the past, so we should see. This might end up being pretty cruel, or it might totally flop. There's only one way to find out, and that's exactly what I plan to do today. Find out how good this deck is. Okay. Alright. Let's see what I can get done here. Okay. So, if you have watched my Leela decks back during the tournament season back in UK, this is actually based on my very cruel Leela deck, which uses Ether Siphon as a combo to completely suppress the core. Leela is a great ID, Fist is even better because you flood their hand with all sorts of cards that they cannot use. They can't use their ice because they have no money to res it. They can't use hedge funds because they have no money to play it. And they can't score agendas. I'm up against someone who generates a lot of money, so this shouldn't be too easy, but I'll keep because this has a lot of money. Yeah, you always want a lot of burst econ early on, and gamble dirty laundry helps with that. So hopefully, hopefully I find my Ether and Siphon quickly enough because HB can easily run away with lots of money, and that can't be a good thing. We'll see how this goes. Yeah. Yeah, this deck relies more on proper breakers. Oh great, he's playing a tournament worthy deck. This might fold pretty hard. Yeah. The problem is, unlike Leela, you cannot actually deter early game scoring, and you cannot actually blow open any servers even after accessing agendas. So usually a good line of play for Leela is you run the R&D, you see an agenda, you pop the HQIs, and you siphon. You can't do that with Fisk. So he's more reliant on proper breakers to get through stuff. Also, I'm not sure. Did I include medium in this deck? I don't think I did. Yeah, there's no need for medium in Fisk because Fisk Investment Seminar basically allows you to pressure R&D by forcing them to draw agendas that they are. Yep. Okay, let's get things going. HQI. Account Siphon. Gamble. Dirty Laundry while I still can. Alright, so now I have a good credit base to work with. Why HQI? Because sneak door beta. What happens is when you play Fist Investment Seminar, you want to fetch any and all agendas from that hand, or when you trigger Fist ability. So this is why you really want HQI. I think HQI it will be a staple in all Fist decks. Jackson Howard, interesting. Do I trash it? I'll find out. But first I need to draw at least 2 cards a turn. I need to find that that Ether ASAP. And I think against him I can afford to float tags. So that's always good. Ooh, look at that. Look at that, look at that. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so there were agendas in there. So I can assume his hand is free of agendas right now. Okay. Net ready eyes, okay. I don't need that yet. Okay, so obviously the HQI here is to make sure that I can sweep his hand. Oh gosh, 19 credits. That is awful. Oh dear. I hope that I can get a siphon in. Now, let's see what he does with his third click. Because now he's down to 4 cards in hand, a sneak door can easily exploit his lack of defenses. But I think he's... Ooh, icing up HQ. Interesting. Okay. I think at this point I will res his HQ ice. Let's see what he shows me. I don't think I have much to be afraid of against HB. Architect's the worst. Yeah, Architect will be the worst. Really? Okay. I have no idea why he did that. Jackson Howard, I don't care. Eve Campaign, don't care. And I'll take a credit. So this is a very weird play by him. I might have actually helped him with the Lemmy Fist draw. And that's probably the Jackson. It could be the Eve. There's one Eve, one Jackson, I guess. That's a pretty safe bet. And he takes a credit. So now I'm going to run his HQ again. I hope to force him to res some big eyes so I can shut it down. It's pretty clear that there's no Architect, otherwise he would have rested last turn. Let's see what he shows me here. Turing. I have 4 credits. Is it worth it? It probably is now that I'm committed to the run. Let me think about it. I am committed to the run. I think. I mean, what else am I gonna do, right? Such a tough choice. Yes, I'll get accesses when I can. I mean, I'll gain a credit and I'll get 2 HQ accesses. What's the worst that could happen? Adonis, he can keep that. Adonis, wow. Wow. Okay, so this is really bad. I can't really contest his asset economy, so Siphon's not good. I mean, oh great. That was my worst fear. Okay, so now I actually have to rely on proper breakers. Inside job. Seriously? That's not very good. I guess I can inside job his HQ. Let's see if he resists the outermost ice. Nope. Alright, so I'm gonna get 2 accesses once more. Force him to draw a card. Jackson, Howard, the third. Ooh, look at that. That's mine. And yeah, might as well use this card while I can. Otherwise I have to discard something anyway. Oh, I think he. Oh, okay. So that's pretty bad news for me overall. I'm not really sure what to do here. Okay, let's run R&D and try to get Eden Shah on the table. He's pretty rich. Nah, make no mistake about that.
Login rejected. Login rejected.
I'm gonna just gain a credit here. Oh, it's an Eve campaign. Alright. Good to know. And gain one more credit, I guess. Yeah, Eden Shah is not that important right now. Now that there's a move on R&D. That's not pretty at all. Yeah, I'm falling behind really quickly. This is definitely not looking good for me. Deja Vu. Deja Vu is usually used to recur Fist Investment Seminar, which I haven't seen yet. On this campaign, not much I can do about that. I just need to continue drawing cards, I guess. Oh, this hurts so bad. I'll take credits. Oh man, yeah, this is this is not working out very well at all. Maybe if I can make a successful sneak door run, things would look better. But right now I'm just trying to find my ether. Oh, that's not an ether, but it. No, you don't really want to farm R&D ice. Ah, great. Exactly what I need. Okay, now I have a good influx of money. I can trash something. I think trashing Fam would be a huge mistake at this point. I'll probably trash Net Ready Ice. Or this is hard. I'll trash Net Ready Ice. That could come back to haunt me, but I'll trash that. DBS, interesting. Okay, I might have to deny that because this deck is all about HQ pressure. I'll force him to rest the ice at least. Victor, alright, that's I'm getting through that. Siphon is still part of my plan. I think Inside Job is the one card I'll trash, I guess. Oh man, it pains me to do this. I still haven't found my Ether, that's a big problem. I do run 2 special orders. I haven't found a single breaker, except for Fem. And yeah, that's a problem. I'm not really concerned with Jackson right now. He has sacked exactly 1 Jackson. Yeah, he's seen all his hedge funds, but that doesn't matter. Now he's really rich, so the credit denial route isn't going to work very well. Okay, I'll play these. The bank job. I run 3 bank jobs in this deck, and obviously it's going to pay off big time against this deck, which lays off yeah, all the Naked Eve campaigns. I'm actually going to trash the Adonis if he doesn't protect it, but he does, because he's smart. He double protects it because that's going to be his scoring remote. Fair enough. Yeah, he'll have to protect against bank jobs sooner or later. But the thing is, as long as I'm forcing him to spread his ice instead of, yeah, that's his scoring remote. That's fine. He can have it. Again, I'm just looking for my. Oh, that's not gonna help. I'm going to. What would my last click be? I can't play Fist Investment Seminar. I could fan the toll booth. I think that's what I'll end up doing. It's pretty ludicrous. I think I'll end up famming the toll booth. Yeah, because I really don't want to get rid of anything in my hand right now. So I really didn't want to do this. I'd rather fam something on HQ, but I guess this is the next best option. Yeah, it really pains me to do this. Next turn, I'm definitely gonna FIS and try to sneak door. I don't think that's going to work, but we'll see. We'll see. I hope Archive Ice is something clickable. That would be great. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's running next ice, so that should help. It seems to be pure glacier, so I should expect Caprice and the like. Yeah. I have a feeling the Archive Ice is Architect, in which case I could easily exploit that by having Fam on the board. So let's find Fisk, Sneak Door, Sneak Door. Okay, that works. One strength, break, break, break. So yeah, having the fam out was actually pretty good. Okay, 2 cards. Breaker Bay, great. Ugh. He can keep that. Cyber Dex. I do not use viruses, he can keep that. That's a problem. Seems like I did not hit any agenda. Yeah. I was really hoping for an agenda snipe right there. So this is a huge problem. He's just gonna build up more and more. He's on 33 credits. That's decent. For certain definitions of decent. That Ichi is a pain. This Ichi is the reason why I wish I had Neri Eyes instead. I could be in a hell lot of trouble right now. Um, it cost me 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 credits to get past that. That's I could really use some money right now. That's not money. Jackson. I'm planning to siphon next turn. Oh my gosh. Oh no, 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 no. This is terrible. This is a disaster. Okay, that's going on HQ for sure. I'm screwed. Okay, this is well, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Actually, I wonder why I haven't been running R&D. It's credit neutral for me to run it. Interesting. I guess now I'm all in on the siphon plan. The question is how many barriers are there on HQ? If it's double Eli, I'll be a really sad puppy. If it's not double Eli, I probably still have a chance in this game. It really depends on what sort of ice he's protecting HQ with. The Turing is irrelevant. I can break it for 1 credit. That's hilarious. It's actually hilarious that he installed Turing on HQ. He probably knows that I'm running an Ether deck, so he's over-icing HQ. Well, we'll try this. No harm. If it's double Eli, I have nothing to say. I don't think it is though. I shall not pass. Oh great. Sure.
Login rejected.
That's actually pretty painful. Okay. Well, not much I can do about that. So now that my next job is to find my barrier breaker. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. Uh, Christian grid? I have no idea. Uh, two, four. Two, four. Click, click. I'm just figuring if I can survive. I don't think I want to get Ichi traced. That's pretty awful. Yep, he's wrecking the Turing now, which is a wise choice. So he's basically slow playing right now. A bunch of stuff in archives. I bet there are agendas in there, which really pisses me off. Gosh, Ether. Ether's pretty useless by this point because I have everything out. And I have no more memory left anyway. Yeah, Ether's pretty useless. I really don't want to eat the Ichi trace. That will really kill my game because reasons. Because if it snipes off the emergency shutdown, it completely screws over my plan. My whole plan is to sneak door him and shut down the Heimdall. That would really help matters, I think. Or I could just siphon him right now. I could just siphon him right now. Problem is I don't exactly know what's on HQ, and that's a problem. Yeah, this deck really struggles against HB because they get so much passive income. And I didn't really have a good start at all. I wasn't able to get an early siphon off. Like, I didn't expect a double barrier, so that really cost me. It's pretty painful playing against such a deck. Yeah, I mean, this is a good surprise deck. It's not really good when your opponent knows what you're doing. Uh, do I just go in for a blind siphon here? I think I have to, but I don't exactly know what's on HQ. It's a caprice. Obviously it's a caprice. Okay. Uh, yeah, caprice actually makes a lot of sense. In which case I should sneak door him. I mean, he can dump all the credits into the trace if he wants to. He could, and that would be a very good idea. But yeah, that would set him back by a lot of credits. We'll see if he thinks it's worth it. It's probably worth it for him since I'm already loaded with brain damage. Trace 8? I think I'll beat the trace. Oh no. Oh, tough choice. I won't beat the trace. Of course, emergency shutdown gets trash. The uh yes, I'll fisk him. Why not? Ash, NAPD, mine. Also, thankfully, I did not try to beat the trace. Oh, Hollywood grid. Interesting. That's interesting. Do I trash Old Hollywood Grid? It's not a caprice. I think I have to trash it. Kind of messes up with my plans. And yeah, I really wanted to shut the Heimdall down. Losing the shutdown, I think, cost me the game. I can't believe it. Well, that's what happens when you slam into a Heimdall 2. That Heimdall 2 really cost me. I definitely didn't see it coming. At most, double Eli and the run, not so bad. Taking 2 brain damage, that's awful. That really is awful. And he's probably gonna trash my same old thing, which hurts me even more. There's nothing I can do about it. He just counters me so hard. It's ridiculous. And of course he plays in turns to get a OHG back on R&D. Interesting choice. Very interesting choice. Yeah, whatever. At this point I'm really like, whatever. I mean, this is not a very good runner deck by any means, but his deck just counters me so hard because he's able to make a crap ton of money. I don't need Mimic at this point. I'm just gonna click for credits at this point. I don't really have much left in my deck. The one card I'm really looking for in my deck right now is Bank Drop. I would really love to fire off a Bank Drop right now. Although there's only one open server and it's probably going to be Jackson. He's gonna use the Jackson. Alright, so next turn I'm just gonna siphon him, assuming he doesn't trash my same old thing. Let me think about it. Siphon. So he's on match point. Ignore the install. Ooh, that's tough. Okay. Yeah, I can't contest his remote because I'm only central only. What's the best thing I could do right now? Yeah, siphon is my only route really. I'll do it. So I'm gonna siphon him, and we'll see what comes out of it. It's probably an architect. Architect is fine. But yeah, losing one of these cards is actually pretty painful. It's not worth it to siphon him actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Not worth it at all. But I really don't have a choice at this point. Yeah, I obviously go through with the siphon. I forced him to draw a card there. I'm not sure if that was the correct choice. Yeah, it's pretty awful right now. Heimdall 2 is awful because it's 7 strength. I really should have used the Net Ready Eyes. The problem is I can't afford to take 2 meat damage at this point. That's why I let it go. Net Ready Eyes would be so good because Breach can then break Heimdall 2 for 4 credits. Yeah, I'm in a world of hurt right now. This won't do. And he's gonna score the winning agenda. Yeah, at this point I don't really care anymore. basically my only route to winning right now is finding a 3-pointer on a sneak door run. So I think that's exactly what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna sneak door, break, 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 4 credits, and click, click, click. Yeah, that's basically the only thing I can do right now. Okay, I'll run the Jackson first. Force him to shuffle his agendas back in. But I think he's only running 2 3-pointers, so it must be really unlucky if he top decks the losing agenda. I access it from his hand. I think that's pretty unlikely.
Login rejected.
Alright, so here we go. Break, break, break. Ichi, click, click. Trace me. So I had a very good start. Basically, gamble, dirty laundry, that was nice, and then I saw no breakers. That's why I lost. That's pretty awful. But that's how it is. This deck is high variance. It would help if I had some form of draw, but I don't. Freelancer? Lotus Field. Yeah, that's it. Freelancer. Very interesting. What? It's not over? If it's not over, I'm just gonna keep doing that. Oh right, the other 3-pointers in there. Alright, looks I'll be copying now. And let's do something different. Let's not play the same deck. Let's try this one. This isn't exactly the most fun deck, but it has casting call, so this should be interesting. Okay. Let's see how this works out. I'm not exactly sure how good this will be. Let's see his ID first. Whether I'll need more ice. Chaos Theory. Yeah, I think I need more ice on this. I could rush a hostile takeover. Yeah, I'll rush out the hostile takeover. Yeah. So basically, this is a hyper rush deck. I've been doing a lot of iterations of Wayland Rush, both with Argus and Titan. I like both. They are both good for different reasons. This one is going to be pure rush. We'll see how well this works out. There. Standard opening. The high risk investment is pretty hilarious. I don't really plan to score it. Oh, manual burst. Okay, it's gonna be pretty hard to outmoney him in that case. Let's get this here. Ice wall. Yeah, next turn, if all goes well, my next turn will be fast track Atlas, install Lancelot. Then I don't think he can get through. Oh, he's checking my hand. That's not good. Lancelot. Good to know. You can keep hitting my hand. I actually don't really mind if he steals it high risk because I'm not gonna do anything to it anyway. Yeah, it also depends on what I top deck of R&D. He saw a card, I don't know what it is. Now this deck has pretty good innate R&D protection. I'm not sure why he's playing so aggressively. He really needs to set up his board state. Is he trying to deny agendas from me? He doesn't know I'm running fast track. He's gonna be in for a nasty surprise. He is in no position to contest my remote, I think. Oh, he's in trouble. Okay, I'll install that. And I'll fast track the Atlas and install the Atlas. So yeah, I don't really care about R&D unless the opponent has medium or keyhole, because I'm running basically almost all my cards are operations and ice. So you saw he can only access one card of R&D. There's nothing he can do about that. And because he did not set up his board state, I'm going to get an uncontested Atlas, which is going to be huge. It means that I can potentially Atlas train to victory. Yep, this is a no-brainer. And yes, I can use mark yield now pretty quickly. Okay, now clone chip is fine. I think clone chip is fine. Yeah, I'm good. I can Atlas train. Oh, look at that! It's Oaktown. Oh, that is lovely. I don't need to Atlas train then. I can just do Oaktown. Hilariously, he did not check my R&D, and this is going to give me a. I won't say it's a free Oaktown, but it's pretty good. Actually, installing Mark Yo was a mistake. I probably should have double advanced the Oaktown instead. But it's okay. In any case, I'm going to have enough money to really put the hurt on him. There are a lot of ways I can win from this point. Most likely, I'm just going to tutor Atlas and score in the remote, and he can't do anything about it. Because I have 2 layers of gear check, and potentially 3 with the Merlin. So you have to find your code gate, fractal, and decoder all at once, which is going to be a huge ask for him. Alright. So yeah, now he has to lock my R&D, but it's useless locking R&D when I have an Atlas token. Unfortunately, I can't hostile for the win, but I think he saw my kill components. Yes, I do have a couple of scorches in there for fun. This deck doesn't reliably scorch opponents, I think, because it runs so quickly. Oh, it's a Lancelot. Okay, now he has 16 credits. I should be slightly concerned about that. I am actually quite concerned about that. He can easily get 2 breakers out, or an AI breaker, if he so chooses. I'm gonna be in a very bad position if I attempt to bring out an Atlas and it fails, but this deck needs to go quickly. I think I have to make the play. Install Merlin, tutor Atlas, install Atlas. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to take the risk. I'll install the Merlin. Sorry. Install the Chimera. Because he can get past the Merlin easily. 1, 2. And Atlas. for the last atlas. Install atlas and credit. I'm not sure if I should have taken a credit there. I think I should have installed the Merlin or something. I don't know. More ice is always nice. So unless he runs something like Faust or I don't know, some very good AI breaker. Well, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. I do not like Faust. Yeah, okay, so now we have a problem on our hands. Faust is very good against this deck because obviously you only need to bring one item out to get through all 3 ice. That's pretty disgusting. The good news is I have multi-sub Grails, which are very good against Faust. But as you notice, he only needed to spend 4 cards, I think, to get through the entire server. And that's a problem. And I can't really text Faust very well. I mean, I could install the Merlin. Merlin would take 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. 4 cards, 3 cards, so a total of 7 cards. That's nice. Being able to text for 7 cards. And I do have the money to support it, kind of. So it depends on what I top deck. Casting Call. One, two, three. Casting Call is pretty useless now. It's very good early game when the runner is poor and cannot afford to shake tags. Yuck. Leprechaun. I can only imagine nasty things. Ooh, grrr. Oh, Hyperdriver. Is he playing DLR? I don't know. It's pretty tough to tell. Oh, he can just take lots of clicks and blow my stuff up. Okay. I guess I just have to rely on the flat line then. I'm still gonna place the Atlas here to, bait him into a run and cross that. The problem is that this is the last Atlas, so that's actually pretty disgusting. If he steals it, it means that I cannot easily win. I could still double hostile if he doesn't have Clot, but you can't rely on that. Uh-oh. This could get pretty gnarly. Oh yeah, he steals the 3-pointer. So that's a problem. Kind of. But I don't think he... Oh wait, no, he has 5 clicks. Okay. Oh no. Right. Yeah. So that was a pretty good way to win. Yeah, him stealing the 3-pointer was pretty huge. If he has not hit the 3-pointer, I could have gotten the Atlas scored, I think. Because it required him 3 cards, 7 cards, 8 cards, 9 cards. Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to get up to 9 cards. Yep. So yeah, this is a deck that easily sink or swim. It really is a very extreme deck. You either win very quickly or you lose. Like the moment he got the fouls out, that was when I was gone. Yeah, so it was good that he actually managed to close out the game that quickly. If he didn't find his double notoriety, I mean, he found all three in the top half of his deck, but he only needed two to win. So there was a good chance of him having it. Yeah, I would have won next turn if he didn't bother checking my remote. Yeah, Hyperdriver really messes things up. It makes it easier to dodge casting call and gives him a lot more chance to just keep drawing six cards and run my remote. So it did mess things up. And yeah, he made the right play there. He sacked the Hyperdriver to go for the big combo and it paid off. If he had done that one turn later, I would have won instead. So yeah, pretty good by him. I mean, granted, I got lucky as well because I found all three atlases this early. Well, and we are going for a fourth game because why not? Yep. So yeah, I've seen a couple of these Hyperdriver notoriety decks in my game group. It was either Apocalypse or Notoriety. Either way, it was going to be pretty strong. Especially after he steals the high risk investment. Apocalypse would have been dirty, just outright dirty, because my Atlas would have ended up in archives and he could steal it. That would have been so dirty. But well, a good win by him. And yeah, I just didn't go fast enough. Alright, so now that we are into our fourth game, this is probably the longest live stream I've ever. Oh, I should have turned on the music. Yeah, this is a pretty long stream considering there are only 4 viewers right now. Meanwhile, I'll decide what deck I want to play. I think I'm going to try some strong decks. Sniper's a pretty good player. I'll do the... I can do an Andy deck. And I can just play the same NBN again. Yeah, why not? I think... Yeah, I'll do that. Alright. Yeah, it's nice to have people who are willing to play you on stream. It makes it so much. As you notice, the games actually are very good. You get much better games when when you play against people that are interested in watching the channel, and yeah, I really greatly appreciate that. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we can do. So yeah, back to that game. Not much I can say. Yeah, I just really wasn't expecting the fouls, but I mean, when you look, even in retrospect, it has to be the correct call to check. I mean, to attempt to score the Atlas, because if I didn't score it that turn, he was going to get forced out anyway, and things would get nasty. Alright, long time viewer of my channel, S Sniper, very good player. I'm not gonna bring my Jack to the table because that will not be entertaining at all. He'll just crush me. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty ironic. This seems to be a pretty good time for, especially for the viewers in the West and perhaps in Australia if you're free on Sunday afternoons. But there aren't that many people watching. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of viewer games, which is unprecedented. It's both good and bad. It's pretty nice. And anyway, you can always watch the replay. Files, Quetzal, and your Nerve Hub. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I'll run first, so we'll get to see all the different decks that I have. It's actually I've been deck brewing a lot, but I don't really have the chance to play all the decks. This is actually a good chance to show them all off at once. Otherwise, it would usually take one whole week for me to upload uh, videos of replays. So he's playing Nerf Hub. I'm playing Andromeda, so this should be very good for him. Uh, this is basically the very strong data sucker multi-thriller Andy, but I don't think it's too good against anyone running Sweet Sweek. This is definitely a keep. Uh, yeah, I really don't want to see Sweet Sweek, but I think it'll happen. Doesn't really matter. So my first turn is going to be obviously Sure Gamble, Desperado, Security Testing, and Data Sucker. He could be trying to pull a fast one on me. I'm not going to bother with that. 1, 2. If he tries to score an agenda, I'm going to get a lot of ground anyway. With Security Testing Desperado. Security Testing Desperado Data Sucker. I don't think he wants to. He will still fast advance get an Astro out if he has one, but it's probably not a good idea to. I won't suffer. Put it that way. Counts. Okay, this is I'm gonna security test R&D. Archives. I'm rich. I think I will deny the pet campaign, run his double central, and gamble. Okay. Let's see what I see off the show gamble. Off R&D. If it's an agenda, I will run them multiple times. Jackson Howard. I can actually afford to let Jackson Howard go. I will sec test this. And I'll deny his economy. Economic denial is incredibly important, especially when I'm making so much money. So I'll observe to see which cards he rests and which he doesn't. He doesn't rest either. There's probably an agenda there. Oh, I remember. This is S Sniper. He plays that dirty dirty DRT deck. Okay, that's bad. Okay. In that case, I'll draw up. Yeah, and I just remembered I'm playing up against that sort of deck. I'm gonna run this. I need to check his remotes from time to time. Jackson Howard will stay. And I just realized Econ Denial is pretty useless because he runs Diversified Portfolio. I'm just gonna keep checking his. Oh, yeah. Speak. Oh man, totally call it. I was completely talking about Diversified Portfolio and boom, he's gonna get lots of money. Okay. So be it. This also means I cannot float tags. Not that I really want to float tags in the first place. But the good news is because I'm running Earthrise Hotel, I don't have to worry too much about snare into DRT because I'll just lose my entire hand, no big deal. I am concerned about losing my Key Master though. I would love to have that installed before I take any damage, so that's something I need to pay attention to. I cannot afford to have both my decoders trashed. Same old security testing. Corroder. I'll have to set up this turn. 1, 2, 3. And last click draw. It's not good that I'm on 0 points right now, and yeah, as more and more remotes pop up, I'm gonna look worse and worse. This is definitely not a spot where I want to be in. Do I run medium? I think I do run medium, but until I find it, game's not gonna be easy. Account siphon security testing. I could blind siphon him right now. I think that would be a awful idea because um he's going to DRT me all the way down. Screw it, blind siphon. But I do have 6 cards in hand, so I'm not worried about a triple DRT. Daily business show. What? Interesting choice. Very interesting choice. I'm not sure why he would do that. Burn tag. Burn tag. And mem chip. Mem chip is pretty nice because I suspect he's running Data Raven and Gutenberg, and I would like the 2 link to deal with that. I really should start digging R&D. We'll see. I need to find my medium before I can think about digging R&D. In the meantime, I can only just check his remotes from time to time. I'm pretty sure there's a build lying around somewhere. He's not at the point where he... Okay, now he's at the point where he can start scoring builds. I'm gonna test archives. Drive-by... drive-by is perfect for this occasion. Let's do this one. Drive-by! Drive, 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 drive. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. That was more or less the best thing I could drive by against his deck. I'm gonna check that. Oh! Big! That's big. That is huge. Okay, last click of rice. I need to keep 7 cards in my hand at all times against this deck. So that will allow me to more or less safely run Snare into triple DRT. No, triple DRT will kill me. Snare into double DRT would be fine. Triple DRT just outright murders me. And there will be absolutely nothing I can do about that. Sadly. The main reason for having 7 cards in hand is to survive central runs. I can still survive central runs if even if he has triple D. There we go. So I'm going to do exactly that. Medium. Then I'll dirty laundry archives. Wait a second. Nope. I'm going to security test archives. I need to keep 6 cards in hand because I'm very afraid of triple DRT. Throw booth. I lose 3 credits. And I'm gonna suck this down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Paying 1 credit. This is not cheap, but well, not much I can do about that. Last click. Daily cast. I don't really mind giving him DBS. It means that I can draw through with medium dig faster. I'm pretty sure he has at least one NAPD or build sitting in the remotes. I'm not sure if he's running NAPD anymore. It would make sense if he goes for the breaking news and global food initiative agenda suite. I think his deck, this is basically Neopet. Neopet has a lot of potential with D&D. It may not be the best NBN deck anymore, but it definitely has gained fangs. As you saw, News team is actually pretty strong. Alright, so what I'm looking for here right now is an emergency shutdown to deal with Toll Booth. Yeah, I don't really want to pay all those data sucker tokens every single time. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna deny his money as usual, because you can't go wrong with denying money really. Okay, dirty laundry, that's fine. I'll dirty laundry that for money. This deck is pretty money hungry. Alright, dirty laundry that. I'm not happy about him keeping pet campaigns. That all those can go. I could check R&D now. I think I won't. I will KT up. Because I think he will, sooner or later he'll get to the point where he can easily run away with Toll Booth. Emergency shutdown can only do so much. Once he gets another 8 credits, he can easily re-res the Toll Booth. So what I'm going to do here is to make sure that I generate a boatload of credits so that I can deal with Toll Booth. What is this treachery? You know what? You can have the TGTBT. Let me think about this. Okay, I'm gonna install multi-threader. This is a good time to get going with multi-threader. I'm gonna run R&D to lock R&D down so that it doesn't see any astro scripts. It's a pop-up window. I will break. Toll Booth. 1, 2, 3, 4, and break. So yeah, multi-threader is gonna save me a lot of credits. It's clickless credits here. Sansan, he can keep that. Gutenberg, that's fine. Last click will probably be sure gamble. I could sec test, I could KD. I think that's a problem. When I sec test and KD, that's a bit overkill. So now I have 6 memory. I can actually afford to spend the last memory on data sucker, which is important because Toll Booth. I am approaching the point where I can actually make free R&D runs. It's ridiculous. As long as it doesn't ice up archives. What did I see again? Gutenberg and Sansangrid. Yeah, Sansangrid. He probably has an Astro in hand, and that's fine because medium dig will always win out archives. I'm first gonna draw. I will run. I'll save the shutdown. I'm not really interested in shutting down this turn. Break. Toll Booth. Alright. So that's strength 4, strength 2, strength 3, strength 4, break. Uh-oh. What's the meaning of that? Is he expecting a snare? 3 cards. I'm gonna see 3 cards. Jackson, Astro, News Team. I hate my life. I think I'll take the -1 point. Uh, -1 agenda point. Fine. Alright, so I'm gonna run that, and I will... Actually, I have no idea what I'm doing. I should be installing the sucker instead. Never mind. I will run and trash the DRT. I'm still gonna keep the passport in hand because he could very well be playing Keegan lane, and I'm not gonna have any of that. And don't need the sucker, I guess. Yeah, you have to respect the threat of Keegan lane. Of course, just now right there, a perfectly possible alternative is to remove both tags after the successful run and, you know, trash News Team. That would have worked perfectly well. My issue with that is I'm not willing to take 2 meat damage at this point. Okay, I think you can more or less guess what my next turn is gonna be. Okay, that might change things. DRT is pretty annoying. Let me see. What did he reshuffle? Diversified DRT. Fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna make big bucks at this point. Knowing that he doesn't have more than 2 DRTs. 1 DRT. Fine. I think it'll take the shutdown because I'm that unlucky. Yeah, of course, it takes a shutdown. In which case, I'm just gonna trash the DRT. So now there is 1 DRT which he shuffled back with Jackson. There's 1 DRT lying in archives now, and there's 1 more which I have no idea where it is. Could be anywhere. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to hammer R&D from this point, but I need to keep enough cards in hand at all times. Oh great, here comes the Astro Train. Oh what? Oh what? What? Oh whoa 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 whoa. Hot damn, okay, that just changes everything. I bet he has some franchise cities going on as well. That is not good. That is not good. Not good, not good. Yeah, that... sure, that's bad. Alright. That is a huge problem. In which case, ooh, Fem. I like Fem. Oh, legwork. I think I have to legwork him here. I don't really have a choice. I'm gonna legwork him here. If he has a snare, I'm dead. Oops. But I don't think he has a snare. Let's see what there is. Sand grid. Close the accounts. Pop-up window. Fair enough. Yeah, installing KT was a huge mistake. I mean, I'm gonna have virtually infinite credits with security testing. I had no need for KT Jones at all. I haven't tapped her at all after the first use. Big mistake. That could have been a card in my hand to tank the DRT damage. And yeah, I'm definitely falling behind here. I will install the FEM and get to work on R&D. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. The worst part of this is I really would like some Earthrise hotels right now because clicking to draw is a pain. It's a right pain. And I bet he has some of those annoying Cyberdex virus suites lying around to thwart my plans. Actually, I might as well just run R&D here. This could be a big mistake, running last click. That's pretty painful. Yuck, okay. I basically just lost a lot of ground there. I didn't expect the Cyberdex purge. Man. The whole reason I was able to make a good run there was because I can sack sucker tokens and basically run through his server for 3 credits only. So yeah. Now I can't really install FEM. He's just gonna score agendas at this point, I think. Yeah, this is not going to look very good. 15 minutes, that's fine. I'm not gonna steal that anyway. Oh my gosh, he's gonna... Oh... Oh man, this is sick. Oh man, Cyberdex virus on R&D, wow. Yeah, Cyberdex on R&D is bad to say the least. I don't really have a choice. I'm just gonna install the FEM right now.
Login rejected.
Yep, doesn't matter which order I access it in, I can't trash that, and that purges virus counters. Alright, that's fine. And run. Yeah, the biggest problem right now is that he can just score agendas like TGTBT. And what that does is, even though it only gives him 1 point, it allows him to resurrect the Cybertext Virus Suite from archives and place it on R&D, which is a huge pain. The only upside I have right now is that toll booth costs 1 to pass now. But I think he has a second toll booth ready for me, and that's going to really screw matters over. I actually really should trash the team sponsorships. I think that's going to cause a huge pain for me. I just don't have enough credits, amazingly. Even though I have a sack test, KD Jones, blah blah blah. I can't compete against his horizontal assets, which is a problem. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that, look at that. Look what he's doing there. Yeah, he has all the money in the world now. I really should have rushed faster against him. I didn't really expect this level of pain. Pain is the right word. This really is very painful to deal with. I don't know. Should I trash a Sensen? If I trash a Sensen, he's still gonna score an Astro script with daily card. Yeah, that thing. I'm just gonna do a medium run. I really have no option right now, and it sucks because I'm not gonna access data. Oh, that is just disgusting. I mean, I can suck it down and fam. I'm just worried that the card behind it is a Gutenberg. I'm pretty damn sure it's a Gutenberg, and yeah, I guess I can outtrace this, but man, this makes me so sick. It's ridiculous. I think at some point I just go tag me. It's pretty obvious, but now is not the time. Now I need to milk all the money I can from KD Jones. Yeah, you have to go tag me at some point. There's no way I'm going to be able to get past the bird and the berg. Gutenberg and data bird, whatever. Yeah. Which means that I'll steal the TGTBT soon enough. Yeah, I really cannot afford to oh great. And here comes the Cyberdex Virus Suite. Okay. So this is the point where I go tag me, I guess. The question is, how many DRTs does he have? Yeah, I thought I was actually having a good foothold on this game, but I mean, you see I have double Astro. How bad could things be? Well, pretty bad, turns out. Pop up. One DRT. Okay, one DRT, that's fine. That is getting trashed. Alright. I'll unload Katie Jones, and I'm gonna steal the TGTBT. I don't want him to score it next turn and get a Cyberdex Virus Suite. That is out of the question. Of course, he could still win by a top deck view, but at this point, there's not much I can do about that. Ooh man, this has gone really ugly. But the good news is I can actually go tag me pretty well, assuming he's not running Scorched Earth. If he is, he has close accounts, which is fine, I guess. Because with multi-threader, I can actually run through R&D cheaply. So I don't really care about close accounts at all. What I care about is locking down R&D. And this is why I unloaded KT last turn, because I do not... Actually, yeah, why did I even unload KT last turn? And damn, he does trash that. Ah, that's pretty painful. Yeah, I think I just lost the game right there. I shouldn't have unloaded KT. I should have forced him to trash my KT Jones. Whoops. I didn't know he had another DRT. Well, that's it. That was a very hard deck to handle. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some way to play well against that, but yeah, I really just can't afford to trash all the team sponsorships and the Sansans and the DRTs and the pads, you know. It's such a good card. It's one influence. Can you believe it? It's one influence. This is actually a really good deck. I can definitely see this coming into play. Yeah. Oh wow, he even had influence for Psychic Fields. Yeah, I think this deck can really make a strong showing, even at high tier tournaments. This is insane. I mean, the amount of money you can make with 3 diversified portfolios is through the roof, and no one can contest it. Astrolabe Kate will have will have a field day with all the Astrolabe draws, but that's about it. Yeah, but team sponsorship hoses medium so hard, it's unbelievable. This is an amazing card. Oh wow. Yeah, I wonder how he managed to find all the deck slots for that. I mean, if you think about it, there are 2 snares, 2 or 3 team sponsorships, 3 DRTs for sure, 3 pets, maybe at least 1 marked accounts, you obviously 2 Sansan City Grids. 9 ice is... Foes to Siphon. Not really. I mean, you notice I siphoned him once or twice this game. Didn't really work out very well. He still was able to bounce back so well with Portfolio. If you are not able to contest all the remotes, Portfolio will just allow you to bounce back so hard. I could see this getting hosed by Clocked, because you can't fast advance with Astro, you can't fast advance with Sansan, but even then there's still Cyberdex Virus Suites. This is actually a really good deck. I said this about Neopet a few data packs back, and I went to try it out and I wasn't very good at it, but this honestly really seems really good. As I said, S-Sniper's a good player and he impresses me once again. This is... This is a beauty. What need I say more? I mean, even if you go tag floating, he still can close your accounts. Uh, yeah, this is... Ooh, this is good stuff. Yeah, casting call is insane. So basically, I was in that awful catch-22. There was a casting call on TGTVT on the board. There are 2 team sponsorships rest on the board. So I'm looking at that, I'm staring it down, and I'm asking myself, usually fine, I'll let you have it. If you want the triple advance, it's just 1 point, you can have it. But in that case, if I didn't steal it, he was going to get CVS back on R&D, which means I cannot medium lock him. And if I do steal it, I get 3 tags, which means I'm going perma tag me. Which is bad for DRT, which is bad for closed accounts. And he punished me really hard with that. It's insane. Yes, and the fact that you can just recur DRTs over and over again with team sponsorship. My goodness, this is an amazing combo. You have to trash the team sponsorships, and that's 4 credits. News team. This is such a good surprise deck to bring to a tournament. It's really good. Wow. Amazing stuff. Amazing how all the cards work together so well. This is crazy. Yeah, my biggest issue with this deck is too many tag eyes. I mean, with most tag decks in general, because you're not running Scorched Earth Traffic Accident, you can't really threaten the kill unless you get set up like him, where you get sponsorships and you can keep recurring DRTs. That is very powerful. Otherwise, I think it's not good to actually go all in with all the tag eyes. I would do 2 toll booths instead, and drop 1 Gutenberg. But he knows better than me. I would. Hmm. Yes, that's the amazing thing. This deck will never run out of econ unless you're playing against Wizard. Even against Wizard, it's you at some point you can't keep up. You really can't keep up with the asset spam. Um, and anyway, Wizard's on the decline nowadays. Anyway, it's crazy. There is no way any regular deck can stand up to the amount of asset trashing that this deck does. And with two cyber decks via suites, it gets even worse because they can just nullify your imp when you're making a run to trash the assets if you're using imp. And if you're not using imp or wizard, you have absolutely no chance to trash all the assets at all. Like, even if I hit a psychic field, do I really want to trash it for 2 credits? No way. It's just insane. As I said, usually decks suffer from R&D porousness. Either you cannot score agendas in remotes or you cannot score agendas in R&D. This deck can score agendas in remotes by never advancing them or by using Sansan. And it counters medium so hard. Cyber decks, Rival Suite, and team sponsorship. Ooh. And of course, news team as an ambush. It really kills the runner so hard. I think Maker's Eye and indexing would do fairly well here, but then you have to worry about Jacksons in remotes if you're using indexing, and Maker's Eye is okay. I think Maker's Eye would probably stand the best chance when it comes down to it. And R&D-Eye, of course. Yeah, news team is like such a much better version of Shikyu. Shikyu is okay if you have a lot of money, but that's about it. You really don't want to spend money to power Shikyu. News team is just amazing because you don't have to spend any money and you just slap 2 tags on your opponent. Easy. Yeah, I'm pretty curious about the agenda suite. I thought he might have been running food, but I think he's running a lot of agendas from what I'm seeing. He might be running 3 TGTBTs instead, which is believable as well. I prefer the breaking news, but I can 3 Doge. 3 Doge, that's so good. 3 explode, 115. Actually, I love his agenda suite. That makes a lot of sense because breaking news doesn't do squat in this deck. You don't have Scorched Earth or Traffic Accident. 15 minutes is incredulous. Okay, usually what you want to do as the corp, if you're winning on agenda points, you want to score 3 2-pointers and 1 2-1. Who needs breaking news when your 2-1 is 15 minutes? The 15 minutes is always going to be scored by you because if the runner steals it, you just reshuffle it back in and wait till you find it again, score it. This is brilliant. 12, 14. Yeah, wow. I love his deck on every single front. There are a few minor tweaks I would make to it if I were to play this deck, but otherwise it's very solid. I think he made all the right calls with deck building, which is amazing considering that D&D hasn't come out for too long just yet. Oh man. Let's read about this. Oh, there are more viewers. I've opted to take the tags. Yeah, I guess I should have floated tags earlier, but I should have also prepared for the closed accounts. It was a big mistake for me to play as though he didn't have a closed accounts. Unload KT and say, hey, I have 15 credits, close my accounts now. I probably should have probed all his remotes definitely, but probing all his remotes is pretty useless when you don't have Clot in your deck, because you can look at all the remotes, hey, there's a Sand Sand, I don't trash it. Next thing you realize, oh, he's Astral Training to victory. So you can't completely focus on the remotes. At the same time, what I did was to focus on R&D with medium, and we all know how that turned out. Alright, I guess I'll be closing down my stream now. This has been the longest ever stream I've done. Thank you all for watching, and thanks to all the viewers who participated in my games today. I really appreciate it. This has been a pretty good success. I love all the games today. I'll see you around next time. In the meantime, happy net running. Oh, I want to do something. This was introduced to me by... I forgot. Wally. The guy I played Wally some time back, and he told me about this. Aku.net. And by the way, what you're seeing now is called Landry. He's the provider of the piano music in the background. I've linked to his Twitch in my YouTube video description. Be sure to check it out. Yeah, apparently you can analyze your Octagon games by pasting the chat log. Let's see. So the last game, he scored 5 agenda points because he flatlined me. He triggered Pack Campaign to gain a credit 7 times. I actually suppressed his Pack Campaign pretty well this game, although he still got 7 credits from it. He triggered Marked Accounts 12 times, so as you saw in the chat log, Marked Accounts big for him. Yeah, he basically earned 12 credits from Marked Accounts for 4 clicks. It's amazing. He spent most of his time installing cards and playing diversified portfolios. He 15 near hub draws. Oh my gosh! Wow. The near hub draws also triggered when he scored agendas with team sponsorship, so that's amazing. Okay. My game, 5 agenda points stolen before I died. Start of turn, I did Earthrise Hotel twice. Blah 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 blah. I ran R&D. Yeah, I was hammering R&D kind of. Katie obviously didn't pay off at all. Shouldn't have used her. Uh, I gained 29 Desperado credits. I gained 29 Desperado credits and I still couldn't afford to trash his assets. That's amazing. 20 data sucker counters, all of which were used to pay for that toll booth. Uh, yeah, and I siphoned him twice. I siphoned him twice, and he still could recover using diversified portfolio, and I still didn't have enough money to trash his assets. Um, and yeah, medium wasn't very helpful this game because Cyberdeck's Virus Suite and DRT got hit. Oh my gosh, I ate 10 meat damage from DRT throughout the entire game. I didn't realize it was that many times. Look at the credits. Oh. Oh man. I mean, as the runner, I was floating on a lot of credits for the most of the game. Then I installed FEM at some point, and then I got my accounts closed. For him, he had a steady credit level most of the game, but he spiked so much towards the end with every diversified portfolio. It was ridiculous. Oh, I love these stats. Pretty cool. All right. Um. Yep. That's all I'll do for today. Again, thanks for everyone for watching. I should do this more often. Yeah, you learn a lot of things that you don't usually realize. Alright, bye everyone. Take care.